Good morning, bro. Man, it's been a couple of days, actually weeks, since I recorded a video like this. It's kind of more of a vlog style. I know it may not reminisce with many of you, but I think I like to show things that's helped me that can help you guys to do the more hard tasks in the morning. But today I'm going over the presentation that I have for class. It's just about crapstone stuff, so gotta practice. Since Saturday, it's been a roller coaster of not much sleep, a lot of work, not much sleep, and a lot of work. I think I've been averaging like 3 coffees a day, man. But I think today it would be the last hard day, and then tomorrow I can rest a little bit just because it's unhealthy to not sleep that much. And you could probably tell with my voice, like, I think within like day 1 or 2, I started being a little more lazy with my voice. Like, it just wasn't good. And even right now, it feels like I'm sluggish. Like, I can't pronounce my words because I lack the energy. But, yeah, man. Watch me practice this presentation. This is my first run through too, so don't criticize me too much. I'm This is not really a big presentation. I just want to get it over with, and I don't really care about quality. It's more about delivering, which means I might have to read off the slide. Also, don't mind the messy desk. I wish it was a little bigger, or at least I was in the middle, but I do feel a little claustrophobic here, but alright. Anyways, I got a couple of slides. First, I got the first slide, so let's see. Alright. Good morning, everybody. My name is Kensei. This is our team members, blah blah blah, of course. And today we'll be talking about our green ammonia production plant, its modified design, and the dynamic analysis. So for the overview, the design, we'll go through the design objectives, the plant modifications, and the dynamics. We'll do the initial P and ID, flow disturbances, and control systems. And then, of course, blah blah blah, we'll transition to my team member to talk about all these slides. And then I'll talk about the disturbances. So within our control system, we have the closed loop disturbance. So a set point change, we changed the bottoms rate set point from 9,400 to 12,000 kilograms per hour. And as you can see, that's around 7.5 hours where we have that set point change. And then at 9.5 hours, converges to steady state. Now for the feed change, we changed the nitrogen flow rate from 25,000 to 20,000. So at 1.5 hours, you can see that decrease in flow with that blue line when it's, I guess, going below the set point, and at 4.5 hours, it goes back at steady state. And then for potential additional controllers, which we didn't have enough intellectual capacity and time to do, since Aspen is a big pain in the behind to simulate and add these controllers that we want. These potential ones is to set a mix in, have a set point for mix in, so this circle right here, to have the total N2 feed be 41,000 kilograms. And then we'll change N2 feed to maintain the set point. So looking at this mix in, I guess in the, wait, what? Yo, am I doing this right? Anyways, basically this mix in has to be a sum of 41,000 kilograms per hour of nitrogen. So once it goes to recycling and it reads this N2 would be like, oh, once this is mixed in and there's not enough, it's like, okay, so okay, hold on. So once we get the recycling stream in and it's going through that mixer, at that mixer it's like, oh, there's not enough nitrogen. It's like 30,000 or whatever, or 20,000. that means we need more nitrogen, so it will increase the feed of nitrogen into it. And since it's a little depends through dynamics, it's a little iffy. Since it's dynamics too, and it's not at steady state, the amount of nitrogen being recycled back isn't always going to be consistent. So we have that nitrogen controller to kind of make it go back to the 41,000 set point. And then the other aspect is to introduce a control design for split one with a splitter to mitigate split fraction disturbances effects. So we just want a consistent split fraction throughout the dynamics. Jeez. I feel like I haven't talked for a while. I think, you know what? I think it's because of lack of sleep. I just feel like there's a mental lock on my brain and my speaking too. It's like I don't have the energy to speak and be projective with my voice. I think it's like a psychological thing, right? So it's like we feel late or we feel lazy, we feel tired, and when we have to speak, feel that tiredness, then we're like, okay, let me speak faster. Or not speak faster, but speak with more energy. And usually with more energy, you tend to speak a little more faster, so then you start to not pronounce your words correctly, or I don't know, for me, I lose projection, or I'm not being consistent with my tone. Key pointers when I present, right? Of course, I'll go through this another time, and I need to slow down with my voice and be consistent, be confident in what I say. Since this is a little more of a technical presentation, I gotta get my brain going to answer technical questions too. But honestly, a lot of people struggled with this capstone phase, so it's gonna be interesting. Like my friend and I, we were trying to see or determine why certain things happen within our plant, and it's honestly been guesses and checks and just playing with it, seeing how other things react to each other, like the cause and effects. Hey man, it is what it is. Like we just present what we have. Even if we only have one or two controllers that are pretty basic, gotta get through it. I gotta get other stuff on my list to do, so we're good. But anyways, so talking about morning routines, right? I think in media we see a lot of influencers or I don't know, big names out there who kind of, I guess there's been a little shift, but in the past just been glamorized, right? You wake up early, I don't know, do like miles of running, and then you meditate, and then you just look at the corner of your wall for like 2.5 seconds until you feel good, or you eat a good meal or something like that. People had just been doing cold plunges, hot showers. Honestly, all of those are good. You can do anything that you want to do, but my purpose of the morning is to do the hard things, get the work done. I like to take cold showers when I'm exhausted. I didn't sleep that much last night, as you can tell from looking at me and the way I'm talking. I just needed a boost, and cold showers usually help me just get the mood going, getting that energy that I need to start and do things. Drinking water, of course, I do that anyways. I put electrolytes in my water just to get more hydration, just because we lose electrolytes when we sleep. And you should definitely drink water and electrolytes before coffee, or you're gonna get more dehydrated. I like to delay my coffee for 1.5 hours just so you don't get more tired. There's some science behind it. I'm sure you can look it up. I'm sure you've heard it too, but basically you want to delay your coffee or your caffeine intake 1.5 hours, so then you prevent yourself from getting those afternoon crashes. We all had those crashes where we drink coffee, we feel good during work or whatever, and then around 2 or 3 p.m. we're like, damn, I feel tired. It's basically trying to prevent that. I guess it really depends on what you do, but I feel sometimes good, sometimes bad. It really depends on how much sleep you get the night before too. Morning routines. I think I don't like to call it a morning routine. I have to call it a productivity routine. So usually my most productive time is in the morning. Like I don't hear any distractions. I don't have any distractions. When I sleep on a good day, I just drink water and I go straight to work. But on days where I'm like, oh man, I don't have the energy, I either do a core workout or I do a cold shower just to wake me up more. Then I'm like, okay, I get my brain going and I can think. And that's the main point. You want to be able to get some energy from an exercise. or the cold shower. So then you can use it to be like, okay, I'm ready to tackle the biggest things that I need to do today. I could do my deep work session, the 2.5 hours, the 4 hour session right now. And that's what I plan to do within just 1 hour that I have left because of class at 8, to just do the hard work here. And honestly, you could wake up anytime. My biggest thing is that you should wake up earlier. So let's say you have work or you have class, you should wake up 2 or 3 hours before that. So then you have a good 2 hour deep work session where you get to do the needle movers, like editing a video, scripting, writing, creating something, or with your homework, stuff like that, projects. This is where you get to do the most abundant energy tasks because you have a lot of energy when you wake up. You lose the energy while you're awake. And I know it feels productive to do a lot of work at night, but you don't have as much energy as you do in the morning. That's my philosophy. A lot of people follow that. Do the hard work in the morning, do that deep work session, do at least 1 or 2 if you can, which means you might have to wake up early. I woke up around like 6 o'clock today. Sometimes I want to wake up at 5, but when you don't sleep enough, it's hard to do that, because if you don't sleep enough too, you aren't going to be productive or that productive because you don't have enough energy to get through the day. And if you're wondering, like, hey, how many hours of sleep do you need? I recommend 7 to 9 hours of sleep. That's the optimal amount or optimal range for you. I can't really talk that much. I need to keep practicing. I hate messing up when I'm talking to this camera. Find the productivity routine for yourself. It doesn't have to be glamorized, like, oh, I take 10,000 step walk in the morning. If that helps you, you can. A lot of people don't have the time for that, of course. But find that routine where you're like, okay, I can get energy from this, which is quick. It doesn't have to be an hour long. I can get energy from this. Then I can sit down where I have all my tasks laid out already. I have a schedule already laid out for me because I did that the night before. Then I sit and do work. I can edit. I usually do edits here or I scripts during the morning, just because later in the day I have to do homework and projects, which take up a lot more of my time, or I have work or I have practice. So yeah, man, I recommend to just do one thing and then go straight to work. Take a cold shower, go to work, do a quick workout, and then do the work. Or if you don't have a lot of time, wake up and go straight to work. Don't try to set up, don't have this perfect routine that you have to follow just to be productive. Find one thing or do nothing and just go straight to work. Don't delay the work, just do it. I love you, bro. Go improve it, and I'll see you later.